Hi everybody, this is Nicole Brown. I'm a consultant with Paparazzi Accessories. My consultant ID is 260485. So I wanted to show you really quick, just a really interesting way I decided to display some of my jewelry. As I am a brand new consultant, I'm looking for some inexpensive ways of making my setup and table look really beautiful. I'm pretty crafty and I love to sew things. I just sat around and I have been watching some YouTube videos and getting some really wonderful ideas from a lot of different upline and consultants, but then I thought I would give this my own little twist. So what I did was I went to Walmart and I was able to pick up one of those 99-cent pieces of fabric. So it was a lot bigger than this. I've made at least 4 out of it so far, so I just wanted to show you just some things that I've been doing. This here is just a basic pillow that I'm going to be using so that when I take my my photos for my Facebook page, or if I want to display this directly on my table display, it's just a really great way of showing, you know, how beautiful the actual jewelry is. So I want to show you how easy it was to make and how inexpensive it was. This cost me 99 cents. I did have some of the other items here at home, so for me it was only $1. For you it might be a little bit more if you have to buy anything else. So some of the things that I used were the fabric, the polyfill that I'm going to be showing you exactly, you know, how to use that and what to do with that. I did use my sewing machine to be able to sew, and then I do have a needle and thread as well, so for later on when I'm ready to close up you know, my stitch, I can absolutely do that. And so not only was I making the bracelets holders, but I also did make the ring holders as well, which I think were really great for showing the rings, as well as displaying them on the table to take pictures, and also for decoration on my setup for my tables at my events. So what I just really want to show you is that I took a piece of cardboard. It's 5x5, and so for the pillows I used the 5x5 card just to kind of cut out some pieces of the fabric, and I'll show you exactly what that looks like now. So I went with a black fabric. It has these tiny little white dots on it. I thought it would look really classy, and it would really make some of the jewelry just kind of pop. So if you can see, what I did was I took the 5x5 pieces that I cut out, and of course I put all like sides together and with the unfinished sides up. And what I did was, if you can see this, and I'll bring it closer, is that you are going to stitch along one side, along the second side, up the third side, and only 3/4 of the way on the last side. That way you are able to, and I'll show you, turn the fabric inside out and I apologize. So I also cut my corners not too close to this stitch, but I cut my corners so that I get a good point on them when I turn the fabric inside out. And this part, I apologize, will take probably like a couple extra seconds to do. But just so that you're aware of, you know, how it'll look, start pulling this through. As you can see, the finished side's then going to be on the outside. Sort of shoving the rest of it in there. Then what I usually do to try to make it a little bit easier for myself is I will start pushing that through with more of like a pencil, or in this case a scissor, just to get my edges out and all that fabric through. Sometimes if your hole's a little small, it makes it harder for the fabric to go through. I use that to make my points on the edges, to make sure that I have the edges that I want for the look that I'm going for. As you can see, like I push that fabric through. And really all it's gonna look like right now is just a pocket, right? But with that pocket, I'm gonna have this open corner. So this is where that polyfill is gonna come in super duper handy, right? Because I wanna make a really sturdy pillow, but soft enough for the jewelry to rest on. And the bracelet, like I mentioned, the cutouts that I used were 5 by 5, giving myself the 5/8 to sew around each side. And as I'm just sort of pushing all this fabric in, I'm going to utilize my sharp, either whether it be a pencil or in this case I'm using my scissor, just to kind of push that fabric all the way down. Now, I might not do all of this just for sake of timing so that you guys can kind of see what that would look like, but once this is filled all the way up, you're going to just use kind of an invisible stitch to close the top hole and to close that seam in, right? And then your finished product is exactly what you're looking at here. You can you can keep all of your paparazzi stuff on there, just kind of folding it down. And when you go to take the pictures, you position those any which way you like, and they turned out absolutely gorgeous, guys. You can check on my Facebook page under the Sassy Sparkle Boutique just to kind of see how that looks, but I just used my phone camera and it turned out amazing, and I'm super proud of that. Now with the ring ones, the dimensions were a little bit different, right? And these are a little bit harder to kind of stuff because they're really tiny, right? But I used 2 by 3. So that's all that was. And then that way I was able to kind of go through. Now, I don't think I sewed that on the 5/8 line. I think I sewed it on the line right underneath that, but they turn out absolutely perfect because I can slide my rings on and off to show off the pillow or on the pillow. And it's a great way of storing them without them getting damaged as well. So that I really liked. Now, one other thing that I did was, and I've been uniquely trying to find ways to display the jewelry, and I like to repurpose, right? So there's no point in reinventing the wheels, you know, if you don't really have to, but there's always these ring holders, right? But this isn't typically something that I got out of the back office, and it isn't something I bought at a store, but there are jewelry boxes out there, and this one just turns out to be a wallet box that my husband had purchased, you know, a wallet, and there was these foam inserts on the inside, and what I did was I just made little slits in there, and I was able to put my jewelry, my rings, directly in here to make sure that they don't get damaged. And if I feel like it, I can cover the case up so that they're protected, or I can display them. Let's see if you can see that. I can display them as well on my table when I get everything set up. So this is really just some unique ways that I decided to create my own new look for my table. I hope that it really helps you guys to get set up at all. I'm putting kind of a cuff on here. I thought this is a great way of also storing the cuffs. They were so super simple to get on and off, right? And they're really pretty when you go to take a picture. I really love it. Okay, so I definitely wanted to just show you briefly some of the steps on how you can do that yourself, and I really hope this tutorial was really helpful to you. Check me out again on my Facebook page, the Sassy Sparkle Boutique, and hopefully you can catch some of my Facebook Lives. All right, guys, enjoy your day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.